Welcome to the other side of average, or TOSA is the acronym, Therapy for the Soul, Breathwork Instructional video for the upcoming session. Our conscious present breath is a profound tool to bring us into our bodies so that we're able to listen to the messages that they have for us. Bringing presence and breath into our body opens the door to connect to our source of wisdom, the truth of who we are beyond our conditioning, our beliefs, our labels, our stories, or the roles that we play. This part of us is not changed or bent by our human experience, but rather embraces it as our catalyst for awakening. This part of us naturally steps into the flow of life and it embraces the unknown so that all aspects of our life experience become our teacher. So during this breathwork session, I'd like to invite you to fully surrender to and stay present with your breath. That the conscious present breath that we're going to do today has a beautiful way of meeting us where we are and taking us to where we need to go. Whatever arises is always what you need to become aware of most in that moment. The invitation is really to allow what is as it is. So whether that is challenging or restricting or really blissful and open, all sensations and emotions are simply energy that is in motion, that wants to be set free, that wants to be acknowledged. And really, openness and resistance both have a gift. They both have an opportunity wrapped within them if we bring our present awareness to it. So I'm going to go over a few really specific details for you to be able to get the most out of the breathwork journey that we're going to do together. And first and foremost, I'm assuming that you're of sound body and mind. If you have any acute conditions that are of concern, either mentally or physically, whether that's difficult pregnancy, maybe acute heart disease, bipolar, schizophrenia, or maybe you've just had recent surgery, that you've checked with your doctor before breathing with us. That said, just know that the breath can be modified. You can breathe with us using a different breath pattern, different rhythm, or maybe you breathe through your nose the entire time, or in the nose and out through the mouth, or just at a slower pace than what the rest of us are breathing at. The most important thing is that you are aware and take direction from your body, not me. So the breath pattern that we're going to do today is a conscious, connected breath pattern in a circular motion with no pause at the top and no pause at the bottom. And whether you're doing that through your nose because you have an acute condition, or whether you're doing that through this open mouth that we're going to use, it's really about focusing on the inhale and just relaxing on the exhale. And it looks something like this. And you're going to want to find a rhythm that works for you. Being mindful of not forcing the exhale, remembering to breathe in deeply and exhale almost as if you're sighing. Just really relax into that exhale. In the end, it has more to do with how present we are with our body and the breath. In each session, we're just really inviting in more breath than we would usually take. So whether that's 20% more, 40% more, or 60% more, we really just want to expand our ability to receive. Make space, create space with every breath that we take. And there's going to be music and guidance to support the process. And if at any time you can't hear my voice, that's okay, because your breath is the teacher. And just staying present with your breathing and listening to what your body is offering you is the most important. Each breath session, or some breath sessions, I'm going to guide you either lying down, some might be standing, some seated, or maybe some, all fours on your hands and knees. Each session is really going to be a full body experience. If you're laying on your back at the beginning of the session, I might ask you to have your feet on the floor with your knees in the air, because it allows for more fluidity. If you notice, when I took in the breath, when we're really allowing ourselves to breathe that deeply, our body just wants to move with it. So it's going to be a full body experience. And that said, if I'm asking you to stand and you've already learned the skills to decipher the two different voices that go on within each of us, and your innate wisdom source and your body are clearly telling you to do something else, then listen to that. That innate place within you is your truest guide. In some sessions, when I invite a movement, just always remember that present conscious breath and deep inward listening is always number one. It comes first. And then from there, the invitation is to listen to how or when your body wants to move. And being mindful that your movement is conscious, it's intuitive, and it's in the moment. We're here to release our need for control and habitual patterns, and listening with our inner awareness, embracing the unknown, and moving in the world from that place. So if you find yourself doing what you know, I want you to stop, and I want you to come back to the breath, to come back to the present, and to listen to how your body wants to move. The more conscious the movement, the more present, conscious the movement, the slower it will be. It's really hard to stay in the present unless we're just giving ourselves a shake, if we have frantic, fast movement. When we breathe in this conscious way, so whether that's with that wide open mouth or our nose breathing, we're inviting more prana, more life force, more chi, more ki. We're charging our system. We're opening so that more of ourselves can show up. We're opening and bringing more present body awareness. And our body is a library of all of our life experiences. And it's the doorway to the part of us that is actually beyond our physical. So there's a range of experiences that are possible when we do breath work. So whether that's physically, emotionally, or spiritually. And no matter the experience, we are being shown what is there to be understood, to be released, to be integrated, or received in that moment. So follow it. And know that everything is welcome. Allow your breath to embrace what is, even if your mind can't. Your present breath and your physical movement is going to move things. What we resist persists. And I'm certain that if you're here and you're choosing to show up for this breath work that you really are desiring to open to greater possibilities and potential. So the invitation, once again, is to witness and be present in the moment. Let the breath show you the way. So on a physical level, you might experience tingling or dry throat and mouth, or vibrations, or you might feel really heavy and weighted, or maybe you're just in complete relaxation. Or potentially you might have what we call tetany, which is, a cramping feeling. And again, my invite is to breathe into the very center of each experience. And just know that afterward, it's whatever physical feeling that you have or physical experience is going to pass. Know that that ability to witness is really important for us to become conscious choice makers. So if you're experiencing that dry throat, just know that if that becomes uncomfortable, know that first of all, you can close your mouth and swallow, and that your throat will actually relubricate itself. So the invitation, as with the entire breath experience, is to witness and listen and then choose. So whether you choose to close your mouth and swallow, or whether you choose to breathe through it, neither one is better or worse than the other. It's just a conscious choice that you're making that's beyond a reaction. So to stop, to witness, to lean in, and then make a choice from there. On an emotional level, there could be a range of emotions that come to the surface. And there's nothing to do but breathe into them, to allow them to be there. We can't heal what we aren't willing to feel. And there's always a gift wrapped in the center of it if we bring our present awareness to it. On a spiritual level, we may have expanded awareness or connection with the divine, awareness of maybe a deeper, real inner wisdom or insights or intuition that get activated. Or we may experience connection maybe with guides or loved ones that are no longer with us on the physical level. Anyway, the biggest thing is to let go of any ideas and concepts, and just know that every breath work is different. So let go of everything that you know. Let's all get out of our own way, embrace the unknown, listen and inquire. We have nothing to do but breathe and listen throughout the entire session. Prior to the session, I really encourage you to find an inner and outer resource. And what this means is where in your body at the moment, so just like the breath, it will change with, every session is unique. So where in that moment does your body feel safe? Does your body feel grounded? Just really bring your attention there. Bring your breath there. You may want to place your hands there. It doesn't matter where it is. It can be, in any part of your body. And just know that you can come back to this at any time that you need it throughout the breath session. You may also have something in your environment that feels safe and that brings a sense of peace that you can use if needed at any time. It's also good to set a really clear intention for the session, and then detach and come back to what is being shown in the moment. A word of caution if you aren't new to breathwork, if you've been to sessions, I've seen breathwork used to build a charge, build an altered state just to kind of escape from the body, or maybe to charge the wound, to bring up that victim story so that we can stay in control and reinforce the narrative. So it's just really important, if you are seeking conscious healing, that you invite your willingness. your courage, your vulnerability, and your highest wisdom to lead you so that you can visit your tender edge, so that you can turn towards your experience instead of away. Be fully embodied in this moment. Listen to the messages. Let go of obstructions and follow all the sensations, whatever they might be. I want you to know that you're in complete control of your experience. If you'd like to deepen your experience, you can increase the rhythm and the presence of your breath. If you'd like a little less of an experience, you can slow down your breath. This is a time for you to really own your empowerment, really own your own inner authority, to remember that you are self-reliant. Your breath in this moment is the teacher. We're all here supporting and loving each other through this journey. And at any time, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly. And with that, so many blessings. I'm really honored to support you on this journey.